With the recent Tea Parties and various other efforts, the Federal Reserve has come under growing public scrutiny, including an effort to audit the Fed, most notably H.R. 1207. There are some questions, though. To begin with, the Federal Reserve is an independent agency and as such is beholden to and accountable to no one. Consider former Fed Chair Alan Greenspan's words on the NewsHour with Jim Lehrer in September 2007.
What is the proper relationship, what should be the proper relationship between a chairman of the Fed and a president of the United States?
Well, first of all, the Federal Reserve is an independent agency, and that means basically that there is no other agency of government which can overrule actions that we take. So long as that is in place and there is no evidence that the administration or the Congress or anybody else is requesting that we do things other than what we think is the appropriate thing, then what the relationships are don't frankly matter. And I've had very good relationships with them.
The next concern is, most people are unaware that the Fed is already scheduled to be audited. Shortly before leaving office, the Bush administration pushed back the scheduled FSAP for 2010. But what is the FSAP? The Financial Sector Assessment Program, or the FSAP as it's known, is a major initiative undertaken jointly by the World Bank and the IMF in response to the financial crises of the late 1990s. The FSAP was set up in May 1999, initially as a 12-country pilot exercise consisting of diagnostic studies designed to facilitate early detection of financial sector vulnerabilities and identification of financial sector development needs, as well as support an improved and coordinated dialogue among the national authorities, the bank, and the IMF. In fact, the Financial Sector Assessment Program is the audit of the world's central banks conducted jointly by the IMF and the World Bank. But how can we be sure that the Fed will be audited in this FSAP? Consider Treasury Secretary Geithner's remarks during last week's IMFC meeting. During the International Monetary and Financial Committee meeting, Secretary Geithner had these words: "The IMF, through its global financial stability reports, new early warning exercises, and intensified cooperation with the expanded Financial Stability Board, is making an important contribution to our understanding of our efforts on financial sector repair. The United States is undergoing an IMF Financial Sector Assessment Program, reflecting our commitment to accept the obligations and responsibilities of being an IMF member." So you see, the Fed is scheduled to be audited. It becomes more troubling when one realizes during the run-up to the passage of the 1913 Federal Reserve Act, it was the Fed, aka the Money Trust, behind the mass media campaign to, quote, break the Money Trust. In light of this, one must ask, could history be repeating itself?